Okay, good morning. This is part 4 of my YouTube videos regarding the general elections in Belize. And these are the results for the general elections in 2012. We start with Caribbean Shores. That was won by the UDP Santi Castillo with a total votes of 2,001 votes. Then we look at Freetown, and that was won by Francis Fonseca with a total votes of 1,558 votes. Then we look at Pickstock, that was won by UDP Wilfred Erlington, total votes of 1,038. Then we look at Fort George, that was won by PUP Said Musa with 1,202 votes. Then we look at Lake Independence, that was won by Mark King, UDP, 1,544 votes. Then when we look at the Albert Division, was won by Herman Langsworth, UDP, 1,034 votes. We look at Collect, that was won by Patrick Faber, with a total of 1,949. Then we look at Mesopotamia, and that was won by Michael Finnegan, UDP, total of 1,841 votes. Then we look at Queen Square, that was won by Dean Barrow, UDP, 2,309. Then we look at Port Loyola, that was won by Anthony Martinez, UDP, 1,789 votes. We look at Belize Rural North, that was won by Edmund Castro, UDP, 2,103 votes. Then we look at Belize Rural South, that was won by Jose Heredia with the total votes of UDP, total votes of 2,479. Then we look at Belize Rural Central, and this was won by the PUP Dolores Valderramos with 2,005 votes. Then we look at Orange Rock North, and that was won by UDP Gaspar Vega, total votes of 3,405 votes. Then when we look at Orange Rock Central, that was won by Juan Briceño, PUP, 3,042 votes. We look at Orange Rock East, and that was won by Dr. Marco Tulio Mendez, PUP, 2,781 votes. Then we look at Orange Rock South, that was won by Abelardo May, PUP, 2,968 votes. Then we look at Cayo North, and that was won by Jose Mahmoud, PUP, with a total votes of 2,382 votes. Then we look at Cayo South, that was won by Julius Espat, PUP, 3,051 votes. We look at Cayo West, that was won by Eric Contreras, UDP, 3,079 votes. Then we look at Cayo Central, and that was won by Rene Montero, UDP, 2,522 votes. Then we look at Cayo Northeast, and that was won by Elvin Penner, UDP, with a total vote of 2,051. Then we look at Bemopan, and that was won by Jan Saliber, UDP, total votes of 2,775 votes. Then we look at Corozal North, and that was won by Hugo Pat, UDP, with a total votes of 2,673 votes. Then we look at Corozal Southwest, and that was won by PUP Ramiro Ramirez with a total votes of 2,153. Then we look at Corozal Bay, that was won by Pablo Marin, UDP, 2,340 votes. Then we look at Corozal Southwest, and that was won by PUP Florencio Marin, a total votes of 2,999 votes. Then we look at Dangriga, and that was won by Ivan Ramos, PUP, with a total of 2,036 votes. Then we look at Stan Creek West, and that was won by the PUP Rodwell Ferguson with a total of 3,272 votes. Then we look at Toledo West, and that was won by PUP Oscar Kenya, total votes of 3,165. Then we look at Toledo East, and then we have Michael Espat, PUP, winning with a total of 2,417. All right, so the total number of registered voters would have been 1,778,054. The total cast votes was 130,303, and that will give you the statistics that we have. In closing off, I just want to take the time out to invite you to please like my channel, subscribe to my channel. This would definitely encourage me to do more YouTube. With that said, enjoy your Saturday.